Rhea Campbell, Chicago. Okay, Pat. So I'm a part of Pace Morby's group, and I've never joined a mastermind or a mentorship ever. So I'm a 20-year commercial real estate broker. I live in Chicago, and I do what's called tenant representation. And in January of this year, I took a look around and I thought, why don't I own some of these buildings in Chicago? Yeah. Right? Why have I spent my life generating active income and I don't own hard assets, and I'm in commercial real estate? Now, I also run a concierge medicine company. We have 5 locations. So I'm really just an entrepreneur. And as I looked at that, I thought, we need to buy hard assets, right? I said to my husband, look, we need to buy hard assets. Now is the time. We're watching what's going on in the commercial markets, right? We're watching what's going on in the geopolitical kind of atmosphere and thinking that now is the time to start thinking about buying hard assets and going big. Long story short, I somehow found Pace Morby's group. I joined the group and I did exactly what he said to do, right? You don't join a mentorship to not follow what your mentor says, okay? And I'm gonna get to the point about Black Card in a moment because this is a good segue in. So I join his group, I follow what he says to do, and I literally do exactly what he said, which is buy houses with no money out of pocket, no cash, no credit, no credentials, which is exactly what I did. But I very quickly realized that's a lot of work for not enough cash flow. Right? Now, maybe if you're 20 and you're building your portfolio, that might be something that you want to do, but I don't need another active business, right? Where I'm going to be amassing a bunch of single family homes. So Pace actually invited me to something called Community Camp. It's where he got 100 of his community members, invited them to Montana, and we had this amazing community event. And at the community camp, he said, I want you to stay afterward and do an interview with me. I want to ask you about what your experience has been so far in this community. And he said, all right, tell me about all the deals you're in. And I told him, I'm a private money lender. I'm a private money partner. I'm doing fix and flip. I'm doing BRRRRs. I've got sub twos, pretty well anything and everything I got involved in. And at some point between the interviews, he said to me, well, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean, what am I doing? And he said, why are you doing this stuff? I mean, why don't you should start a fund. And he sort of pointed at me and said, you should start a fund. And I realized right then and there, like the light bulb went off. Like, what am I doing? I'm playing in the like kids sandbox and I belong in a different sandbox. And Vina Jetty is there with Pace and she's off camera and she's looking and she's like, that's right. Like, you need to start a fund. I had never in my life ever thought about starting a fund. But at this point, I had followed what Pace had said, and it had given me exactly what he said it would give me. And I thought, well, he's right the first time, he's going to be right the second time, right?
There you go.
So I came back and I talked to 2 of my partners. One of them is Whitney, and she's here at the Black Card event with me, and her husband is Nathan. And I said, you guys, we need to start a fund. We're private money partners in deals. So typically we'll partner up and we'll put our money together and we'll partner on real estate deals. And I said, we're running out of money ourselves because we're doing so many deals. We need a bigger boat. We need to start a fund. And they had met Bridger from fund launch at some other event. And they said, we know exactly how we can exponentially speed up our learning and how to start the fund. And it's through Black Card. So I literally I didn't even ask questions, you guys. What I did was I handed my credit card over and I said, here, sign us up. So here we are I literally had no concept of what we do here or, sort of how we get started, but I trusted that I was in the right place. And here's, I guess, just what I want to leave you guys with. Figure out the sandbox that you want to play in, right? And it's okay to start somewhere and get your feet wet wherever you are in your journey. But when you figure out you're in the wrong sandbox, move to the right sandbox. I'm in the right sandbox. I feel like I'm finally playing with the big kids, just really kind of where I feel like I belong. It's been amazing so far. The quality of the people, the education, the opportunity to network and create community with really bright people doing amazing things. is what uncorks your own potential. And that's where I am right now on day 3 of Black Card. So this is going to be crazy that I'm going to tell you this, right? Because I am a lone wolf. I have been all my life, right? I'm a tenant representation broker in Chicago, New York, Hong Kong, right? We kill our competitors for the next piece of business. I don't work in teams. I'm a hunter. I go hunt, I kill, I bring it back, I throw it in the cave, and I say, somebody else fix it, right? So I've been alone kind of all my professional life, building my own entrepreneurial, experiences. And I arrive here, and there's a huge sense of collaboration, connection, leveling up, right? The people that I've met, the conversations that I've had, and the ability to network and create real relationships with people that have walked a mile ahead of me in the launch of their fund is what I would say is the most powerful thing. And the reason I say that's crazy is because I came here for the education, and I am leaving with the who, not how, right? It's the who, not how. The how, we're smart, we can figure that out. It's the who. I've met the who, but I have the how in the education that comes with Black Card. It's all right there. Talk to me. Pick up the phone and call me. And I'll tell you, right? What do you want to do? What are you thinking? And then I'm going to tell people who are just like me, no, you've got it all wrong. Either you're in the wrong sandbox or you're thinking about the how, not the who. You need the how and the who. And get out, pull the trigger, be part of the community, and just be open. When you open yourself up to the experiences and the ideas, I just came with an open mind, I'm just going to come and have an open mind, because I had already done that in Pace's group and amazing things happened. And so now I'm there's really something to this. These people aren't bullshitting me. This is real. Then I show up here and it's amazing, right? The people, the quality of the people that I have met, the conversations, the ability to follow up with some people that have walked a mile in these shoes, right? Hey, how are other fund managers who have $50 million funds and larger? Hey, Ria, call me, I'll help you. I'm in the same asset class. It's not competing, it's lifting each other up. Super powerful. That is unusual for me because we don't do that in my space. We don't do that in my space, and that's what's happening in this space. It's amazing.